This video tutorial is going to be part 1 of starting our 3D cars. Okay, so first off, you should have your 3D derby block up and ready. If you don't know where to get it, you can simply go to MrGraney.com, click here to download, and then I will be working with Car Tutorial Part 1, the body, so you can click there and download it to your computer, or simply get it in front of the class. So again, it should look just like this. So if you're following along, you can go ahead and have this in front of you, and I will be going step by step through each one. So let's get started. So first off, it asks you to go ahead and down your block, which we just did, and then next it's going to ask you to go ahead and get the eraser, and you're going to erase these little lines here, okay? So go ahead and do that. Next it tells you to go up to the camera tab. Go ahead and click on it. You're going to click on standard views, and we're going to click right. And what that does is it actually sets your screen exactly where we need it. So notice how it looks like an exact rectangle. Next, we are going to be drawing our car in here. So when you draw your car, you can simply click on the pencil tool, and you want to try and take up as much space as possible. Okay, so I'm just going to quickly draw a quick car, nothing too fancy. Okay, so once you are done drawing your car, again, you want to take up as much space as possible. You are going to come up here to the eraser tool, and we are going to erase the sides. Again, you want to make sure that your lines inside the car do not touch anything on the outside. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and delete this. If they are touching, then the inside of your car is going to disappear. So if they're not touching, it should look like this, and you want to go ahead and delete all your other sides here. Okay, if you need to go ahead and rotate around to get some sides, you can simply do so, and again, just go back and click and delete those other sides. Okay, so again, I like to come back to where it says camera, go to standard views, and come back to right. Okay, so the next step, it tells you want to use the push and pull tool, okay? And it says to push it in exactly 30 millimeters. If you're a little bit more than that, that's absolutely fine. What I like to do is get the orbit tool, just so you can see. And again, you're going to click the push and pull, and we're going to actually push it in. So when we push this in, you're going to notice down here where it says distance, this is where you're going to look for. It says exactly 30 millimeters, okay? So again, I want you to keep an eye on this as you're pushing it in. So again, push and pull, and you're going to push it in. Notice how distance down there is continuing to go up, and you want it around at least 30. If you get around 30.5, a little bit over, that's absolutely fine, no big deal. But again, notice this is where your distance is going to be, okay? Now we're going to go ahead and add wheels. So what I like to do is get your camera again, go to standard views, and go to right, just so we can see it line up exactly here. And next it tells you to go ahead and grab the pencil tool, and you want you to draw a line 3 millimeters up. Please make sure it says on edge. That means you are exactly on the line. Click it, and again, you're going to go up 3. Okay, if it's a 3.1 or a little bit over, that's absolutely fine. Again, you are noticing down here where it goes. And oops. Let's go ahead and mess that up. So again, one more time. So I'm going to go ahead and click, go up 3, look at the bottom where it says length, click, and then we are done. Okay, so again, you're going to do the exact same thing on this side. Okay, once you have both of your lines drawn, it tells you to go ahead and use the circle tool, and it tells you to go ahead and click right in the center where you just drew that. Click it, and again, notice where it says down there in the corner is going to say radius, and it says it wants a radius of at least 12. Okay, so I'm going to go up to at least 12. Alright, so there we go, 12.0. So notice again, it says down here radius 12.0. You can do the exact same thing to the opposite side. Okay, what it asks you to do next is it asks you to go ahead and use the measuring tool. So go ahead and click on the measuring tool, and we're going to make sure that we start right here at the bottom, not in the middle of your line, but right here at the bottom of the car. Okay, we want to click it, and again, we want to measure all the way down to the bottom of this circle. If it keeps on going left and right, that's fine, because again, it is a circle. You want to be at least, again, at least above 7.55. So mine's about 9 millimeters. So again, it tells you here on the screen, as well as it'll tell you down here in this corner. Okay, so it seems like we are okay. So next, what we are going to do is we are going to go to the eraser tool up here, and we're going to go ahead and erase these lines. Okay, and also these middle lines. So your car should now look exactly like this. Okay, next we are going to push these tires in. So what I like to do, just to get a different view on it, is go ahead and turn it, and again, we're going to be pushing these in. So I want you to take note of our measurements. So it tells you to go ahead and push them in at least a minimum of about 5 millimeters. So again, notice your distance down here when you're paying attention and pushing it in. So I will push it in, and again, it should say negative, around -5 or so, If it's a little bit off, that's fine. So mine is 5.3. Again, you want to make sure and do this 5.3 as well. Make sure that they match. Okay, once you push them both in, what I want you to do is come here where it says camera, and you will come to where it says standard view, and let's go look at the bottom. Okay, so now we are going to measure the inside of here. So I want you to get your measuring tool, and it says it needs to be at least 21 millimeters between the inside of the wheel. So that means from here to here, it needs to be at least minimum 21. So you can tell here it says 24.9. Again, if you can't see on the screen, it will say down here. But again, 24.9, that is actually perfect. So again, anything above 21 millimeters, okay? So once you're done with this step, that is it for part 1. See part 2 if you're ready to get started.